Damn, that was terrible.
I tried.
That's funny. I never got your list. It must have fallen out of the sleigh. Happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas! You got anything out other than cookies and milk? Did he have something like bangers and mash? Happy Christmas!
Hey, Josh. Merry Christmas, bud. You're muted. Say, there you go. Nope, you're still not working. It's your audio's still not working. Right out. Hey! Can I hear you now? I still can't hear you, dog. Yeah, you figure that shit out, man. Oh, dang. Looks like Santa had a little bit too much eggnog. But what's up? It's your boy, Tvshka. It's apparently Silent Josh. I didn't know we were doing a Jay and Silent Bob thing, but we're going to do that starting off. But we hope everybody at home is having an amazing holidays. Welcome into the Fantasy Fuck Around. That's right. The channel that is not afraid to say the F word on YouTube. Also because we're not making any money from them. Still can't hear you, buddy, but I'm just going to keep rocking and rolling. It is the holiday season. It is round 2 of the playoffs. And yes, that was me burping because I've been drinking a whole bag of beer, bitches. There we go. There was another one for y'all. Take that, put that in a to-go box. Take it back home with you. Joshy Poo, yeah. Oh, man. Sorry. I can't hear you, and I really wish they couldn't hear me right now. Just because of how much I'm burping. I don't know, maybe leave and come back in. Josh is on in the field. He's working remotely from Satan's Den, if you can't tell. He's got Packers gear. Excuse me, guys. I've been drinking so much beer, and since I wanted to go with that burp bit, I drank way too much. But he's actually surrounded by Packers gear. Yeah, I can't hear you.
I'll leave and come back.
Oh! I can hear you a little bit.
Okay, well,
Is there a way you can turn yourself up somehow?
Yep, I can do that. Hold on.
Okay, let's do it. And yeah, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. No, just keep going though. Just keep working. No, just keep working on it. I'm going to keep going until you get it right. But it is week 16 of the NFL, and Josh is beating me. I mean, I kind of wish this was an intentional prank on you, bud, because you are going to beat me tonight. Right now, it is Monday Night Football. It is the Packers. He is up there in Packer Nation, or at least Packer Nation within the confines of Kentucky. Josh, show them some of your surroundings there. You've got the Ice Bowl right behind you. You got Lombardi Avenue. You've got some other old shit. Some really old shit right there. Yeah, it's awesome. But
Soul is beating you.
Huh?
Josh and Soul is beating you.
Oh, and Soul. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Soul. Yeah, thank you for joining the chat, Soul. Maybe you should join the live stream so I have somebody to talk to.
I'm trying.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. Yeah, I don't know if you want to try leaving and coming back in. But yeah, we look festive. Thank you, darling. We appreciate that. Miss you so. Hope you are having a Merry Christmas down there in Miami. Yeah, Chris the Gift Taylor, we need more burps. Dude, I don't know. I almost threw up trying to force some of the burps in that intro. But it is week 16, folks. And it's been amazing. It's been great. It's been terrible. Santa has brought so many gifts for you all for your playoff wins. Gift, congratulations on yours. You look like you're going to the championship and facing Shane, which I believe he's like the Ice fucking people or something this year. He changed it. He changed his name. The White Walkers. That's who he is. Pretty racist, Shane. Just gonna let you know why you got to be white. But anyways, no, it is an incredible weekend here in the NFL. So many studs, so many duds. We're going to get into that in a little segment. But first, I'll just go ahead and go through the top 10 before Josh gets back. So that way he doesn't have to interrupt me and tell me I am wrong in that. But just starting off in the overall top 10, good God. Jonathan Taylor Thomas, JTT himself, from Tool Time and all the 90s movies, getting 40 freaking points, man. Absolutely incredible. I believe one of them was like off of a 60-yard touchdown run. Absolutely wrecked the Tennessee Titans defense in a 38-30 affair. Turned out to be a far better game than some of the other ones that we thought were going to be amazing. He got 29 rushing attempts for 218 yards and 3 tutties. Congratulations on that, JTT. And then you had right behind him, he had Jaden Daniels, rookie sensation quarterback, showed up and showed out against Philadelphia in a win against Philadelphia, which is even crazier. So they are very much contesting Philadelphia for that NFC East. Definitely not the NFC least this year, as they win 36-33 against the Philadelphia Eagles. But Mr. Daniels himself got 36 points, fantasy points. Again, that is full PPR. But for the quarterbacks, it is only 4 points per touchdown, not 6. 6 points goes to the receiver, 4 to the quarterback, at least in our league. But he gets 9 rushing attempts for 81 yards. That's better than half the freaking running backs I played. But he also got 24 pass completions off 39 attempts, and for 258 yards and 58 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns there, Josh.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
You're on a slight delay. It's a little bit pitchy, but it's so much better than what it was. You are good to go, brother.
I blame for doing some off live stuff where we're talking to family members and I had to unmute and shit, and so that's what happened.
Yeah. No, you're clipping a little bit too, so I don't know if you pushed your volume or something more than needs to, but dude, I mean, Jaden Daniels getting 5 touchdowns. Like how insane is that, man?
I mean, he's the truth. He just is. It's Jaden domination. He had his rib injury and Cliff Kingsbury being allergic to the second half of the season. I mean, even this game, I think it was more of Washington being able to keep, because Kenny Pickett is not as good as Jalen Hurts. And what was that?
Yeah, no, you're about to burp. I was like, you want some drink?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I think it had to do with Jaden Daniels being as good as he is, and having Terry McLaurin, and the fact that they kept the offense of the Eagles off the field, so then their defense just wore down. I mean, that's just kind of I think that's what it actually happened. But the fact that Jaden Daniels you still have to go out there and do it, and the dude's the truth. And I can't wait to see what he does for the next 10 years.
Yeah, and also with that, Jalen Hurts getting injured. I mean, I feel like that was a big factor. Even though, I mean, it's offense versus defense, not having Jalen to really put the pressure on them, I think also, kind of decelerated that offense a tad to where they did barely lose by 3 points. 36-33. But it was an incredible game. It was so much fun to watch. A.J. Brown got all the love from Kenny Pickett, which actually he didn't crack the top 10, but I do want to give him a shout out. Sorry, y'all. This is going to be a burp-heavy episode because we're drinking some eggnog. We're getting festive up in this bitch. But behind Jaden Daniels, though, wide receiver Justin Jefferson, the gritty man himself, against Seattle. That was another wild game. There was a couple of them that, I mean, what we're talking about, like probably 2 scores within the last minute or 2 minutes. Yeah, we were just giving Giff what he wants. You know it's so. Yeah. Yep. But Justin Jefferson, though, coming in and getting 36 fantasy points, 10 receptions off of 13 targets, 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Chuba Hubbard, hopefully you didn't have him on your bench. Because bench,
it matters. Still won.
Shut up. We'll get to that. Got 33 points, 25 rush attempts for 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also pulled in 4 additional receptions off 5 targets for 13 yards. I mean, if you're in a full PPR, you got to love it. I mean, he didn't get a touchdown, not a whole lot of yardage. But that's still additional 4 points to stack on top of that. And then Achane, we're going to talk about him a little bit more. Devon Achane getting in 31 points, 17 rush attempts for 120 yards for 1 touchdown. And he also got 6 receptions off 7 targets for 70 yards. Then Keenan Allen. Good Lord. I mean, I feel like that was a better game than what the score showed. Am I wrong in that? I mean, 17-34, you would think it was a mollywop, but like the Bears hung in there. They had opportunities. They just couldn't really capitalize on a lot of them because the Lions are the Lions. Still.
It's more of a garbage man can situation with Keenan Allen. He did score in that score when it's still kind of close, but I was telling, we did a lot of holiday stuff, and I was telling one of my cousins, he was like, should I do Jamison Williams or Keenan Allen? And I said, he goes, well, Keenan Allen's been, I was like, yeah, Keenan Allen's been good, and I think you're fine either way, but the Bears defense has quit. So if there's any time to start Jamison Williams, it'd be this week, and they both did really well. Now, obviously, Jamison Williams isn't in the top 10 like Keenan Allen is, but you weren't pissed off if you had that decision, be like, well, like, you're gonna be pissed off, or well, like if you lost your matchup by like 0.5, you really still can't be pissed off about 0.5 difference because Keenan and Jamison were fine.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, and it was garbage time, but I mean, they really did put forth some mettle as far as continuing to play, much like a team that you know about who was eliminated from the playoffs already, but put out a good game. That's the Cowboys. I mean, these teams that are just drowning are just pulling everybody with them as much as they can. But Keenan Allen did that off of 9 receptions for 13 attempts, 141 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, we're going to talk about him a little bit more too. Brian Thomas Jr., Jacksonville wide receiver, in really a low-scoring affair against the Raiders, 14-19 in their loss to the Raiders, which I don't know who's more pissed about the win. Like, I feel like both teams were trying to lose. But Brian Thomas Jr. Definitely won for a lot of people in your playoff games, getting you 28 points. Again, this is full PPR and 6 points per touchdown for wide receivers. Getting 9 receptions off 13 attempts for 132 yards and 1 touchdown. Then we go to Buffalo, where they played New England. And I was super excited about this game. Actually, I wasn't really to begin with. I'll say that. But it popped on. I was watching Game Day, listening in on it while doing some work. And I just kept hearing, touchdown, New England. Touchdown, New England. And I was like, oh, my God. I'm going to start watching this fucking game. Because they were up 14-0 on the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. But it didn't matter. The Buffalo Bills did end up winning 24-21. And Captain James Cook, dude, freaking 28 points, 11 rushes for 100 yards, even 1 touchdown. Also pulling in 3 receptions off of 3 targets for 26 yards and another touchdown. Absolutely such a great pickup, probably in the mid-tier of your draft. And then the person that probably not that many people played, Bryce Young.
We did in Dynasty. We did in Dynasty.
Yeah, we played him in our Dynasty. He was our number 2 quarterback.
Woo, super flex.
God bless it, dude. Bryce Young. And I'm happy for this kid. I really am. Like, I know so many people shit on him last year and then this year because he was in the shadow of Stroud last year because he went over to CJ. And then this year getting benched, then getting back out there.
Shadow of Stroud sounds like a really bad YA novel.
Yeah, I was thinking more of like a metalcore band.
We
are the shadow of Stroud.
What's Stroud?
The Stroudos.
The Stroudos.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. We've had a lot of eggnog. And we will get to your chats. I see that chat moving. Keep it going, everybody. We freaking love it.
Except for Gift Taylor.
Yeah, Gift, just shut up. No, but Bryce Young. I mean, what can you say about the kid? 27 points, fantasy-wise. 5 rushes for 68 yards and 1 touchdown. I think that might be a little bit of the distinguishing factor in his game. He might be getting a little more comfortable with runs because I think that might be some of his most successful running right there on the year. But 17 of 26, not the best percentage. Really not a ton of attempts, but 158 yards and 2 touchdowns. So what little he did do in the passing game, he made it count. But then coming in number 10 to finish out the top 10, Saquon Barkley. I feel like he just fucking lives here. The top 10. It's weird to see him at number 10 and not number 1, 2, or 3. But getting 27 points, 29 rushes for only 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then one lowly one target on the passing game that didn't end up getting caught. But Josh, now that we can hear you, brother, and you sound fucking good, I'm just going to say, keep tickling my ear hairs. But I mean, the top 10, man, like, what are you thinking?
So we'll get into Jonathan Taylor, and kudos to him for showing up. But we'll get into Jonathan Taylor, and it's not going to be for a good reason here in a second. But the one that really sticks out to me, and I'm kind of tweening on it, is the Bryce Young situation. So this is and just Carolina in general, because you could either it could be a very either going to be really good or really bad situation. If you're thinking about these late end of season players, you're going to end up drafting them high. Now Bryce Young, if you've watched our show, you know how I feel about drafting quarterbacks in the rounds to draft them. But you might have Bryce Young as that 7th to 10th round quarterback. The thing is it's still Carolina. They're still dysfunctional. They have been up and down all season. Chuba has been the only consistent one on the whole damn team. Bryce Young has finally showed up the past 5 weeks, but he's supposed to show up. He was supposed to good one. He was supposed to show up from week 1. But you can just tell that the new coach and just getting the feel of it. And now, since I think week 11, week 12, this is the Carolina team we were expecting all season long as far as offensive production. You knew defensive production wasn't going to be there. So I'm happy to see where Bryce Young is going, but I'm also very skeptical because we've seen these things where certain players will end the season on a heater and then just be non-existent for the whole season going into it. So that is what sticks out to me with the top 10 with Bryce Young. That being said, I hope he worked because we got him in the Dynasty League, and so I hope he works out. But Chuba's kind of the same way. It's like they signed to an extension, but Chuba, I'm so I think if he played for any other team, not Jacksonville, like a mediocre to good team, we'd be like, oh yeah, Chuba Hubbard, top 10 pick. He's still probably going to be in that 3 to 5 round draft pick. Because you got to think, Jonathan Brooks is still there. Yes, he's tore the same ACL twice within a year of each other, it feels like. And they did pay Chuba a lot of money, but he still plays for Carolina. So people are still going to be taking flowers on Chuba Hubbard going into next season. So that's where I look at the top 10 right now. I'm just looking at next season. Everyone else on there, not named Keenan Allen. If they're that good this year, they're going to be that good next year, or better, like the Jaden Daniels. But Chuba and I just pointed out. I mean, even Brian Thomas, we'll get to here in a second. But of the top 10, the Carolina players, I'm just like, is this who you are going to be? Or are people going to overdraft you next year? And I think people will overdraft Chuba and still be skeptical of Bryce. And either way, it's going to hurt or help you. And that's where I kind of look at with the top 10 is those two players and how the hell are you supposed to draft them next year and where?
Yeah, no,
based on their year-end production.
Excuse me, and I love that lead too, because that's really the follow-up question was going to be. I mean, what does this look like for next year? Chuba Hubbard, number 12 running back on the year.
Yeah,
that is nuts. But also he plays for the Panthers. Who else is going to do anything? But is that more a testament to him and his skill set? Is that to the line? Or is it just to them getting a shit ton of garbage time because they are so far behind players that in the fourth quarter they just get an additional 100 yards towards offensive production because the backups are in and they're playing prevent defense just to maintain the win.
But Chuba, I don't know because garbage time typically you chuck the ball around. So Bryce Young's numbers should be better, not Chuba's, not number 12 running back of the year. Like you we're in garbage time. You're not giving the ball to your running back typically. But maybe they're like, well, Xavier.
But you got the garbage time defense.
Yeah.
Where, they're pulling back a bit more and, it's leaving some, gaps there in the front. But
maybe that is the anomaly of it is I don't know what to tell you to do with people because some people are going to be like,
anybody on the Panthers.
Anybody on the Panthers. I'm like, even my boy Xavier Legette. I'm like, I don't. He's dropping a.
Javier Leger?
Yeah.
The
Xavier
raccoon eater?
Leger? The raccoon eater? Yeah.
The trash panda?
Yeah. I'm not going to do his accent because I'll get canceled. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just basically kind of like Cajun a little bit.
It's a Cajun, Southern, Memphis twang.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's awesome.
Oh, dude, it's dope. But so is the rest of the top 10. I mean, for me, looking at that, Jaden Daniels, man. I mean, if we're talking about next year, right? Because that was going to be kind of the question as far as, who in this top 10 is going to be, a good pick next year, right? Or at least increasing their stock for next year. Because some of us, like myself, it's finito, man. We're done. We're done for this year, unfortunately.
Right.
Ryan Moss, what's up, brother? Hey, welcome to the chat, man. As well as Cam Geimer, Chris the Gift Taylor Soul. We'll get to you guys in some of your chats here in a second. But Jaden Daniels stock, I mean, are we talking top 5 pick or lower than top 5? As far as quarterbacks, not overall.
He will be drafted in traditional leagues. I'm not doing not best ball, but super flex leagues. I'm not talking super flex leagues. Okay, for people that you can start 2 quarterbacks. Typically, super flex leagues, you're going to be drafting quarterbacks round 1. Jaden Daniels will be one of those. Good burp.
By the way, so help me out in this reminding. We'll do a short where we'll do like a burp count on this video because I think we're at 15 or 20.
Yeah.
But traditional leagues.
But traditional leagues, I would still, depending on how the offseason is and what they do. Which we're looking to do a fantasy F around offseason show. But yes, I mean, Daniels will be the next, like he will probably go where the Jalen Hurts, draft picks are, which is the 3 to 6th round. I'm a big, like I said, I rather, if he's there in the 5th, cool. I'm not really I'm still not picking my quarterback till the 7th round because if you look at Jaden Daniels, how far behind is Bo Nix in that situation, right? Yeah. As far as like rookie up and comers that show promise
on the year or just rookies?
On the year or just rookies. Yeah. I mean, either one. Like those are like the ones that are like, oh, dude, you need to target those guys. It's weird that Bo Nix is up there with the guys that I would target. Jaden Daniels is definitely better, but like, what value you're giving up when you can get a Bo Nix, and it can still be fine. For as far as his rushing attempts and stuff like that. So that's when it comes to quarterbacks, I'm just so conservative with their draft picks because I can get better value. But Josh Allen doesn't grow on trees. Lamar Jackson doesn't grow on trees. And if Jaden Daniels is, Burrow does in a sense, but Burrow and his receiving core does.
Bro, are you kidding me, dude? That ground toss, like I almost. I have a list of the top plays that I saw because in case I had time to make a video, but I had to work 2 funerals today.
I'm talking about
that was incredible.
Yes.
I mean, that was definitely Mahomes-esque. Not to quote any.
I'm still taking Burrow in the 6th or 7th round.
Yeah, well,
that's what I'm saying. Is like
fantasy points, number 3 on the year.
I'm talking about the mobile quarterbacks that do a lot of yardage on the ground.
Dude, that white motherfucker was mobile as hell. He was mobile as hell, dude.
Compared to Bo Nix?
Zagging, falling, back, throwing.
I was talking about Bo Nix. And Bo Nix's actual yardage on the ground. That's the only reason. Now, granted, I will take Burrow over Bo Nix all day. and I will take Jaden Daniels over Bo
Okay.
Nix. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about draft capital and people spending up when they shouldn't.
All right. Well, also you're talking about rushing yards, so we
Yes.
let's put some context to this. By the way, overall, Jaden Daniels is the number 1 rookie quarterback. Right, big surprise. So you got Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, then Jaden Daniels, then Baker Mayfield, Hurts, Goff, Darnold, and then Nix. Right, but if you talk about rushing. Excuse me. Then you're
Baker's
talking
up
about
there.
Daniels being the second highest rusher behind Lamar by under 30 yards. 30 more yards this dude's got him.
Yep.
So that's what we're talking about. He is Lamar-esque in that as far as the output. But Bo Nix is no slouch. 352 yards compared to Jaden Daniels. Oh, didn't mean to offend you guys. That's a terrible person there. There in North Carolina. Enjoy that. 737 yards is what Jaden Daniels has. So, just under 400 yards more, 380 yards more. But still, 352 rushing yards for a quarterback is fairly significant. I mean, we're just in this day and age where you're not going to have these pocket passers. No. And so when we talk about, you bring Josh Allen back in the mix, he's 514. But like I said, Joe Burrow, 177 yards, under 200 yards. The only person in the top 10 that has ran less than him is Jared Goff. 59 yards, man. This guy has not even ran a whole football field forward.
Right.
But he's definitely one of the last pocket passers for sure.
Yeah, and no, I'm not taking anything away from Joe Burrow. I'm just talking about how fantasy works and rushing yards. No, Joe Burrow.
Just having that rushing threat and looking in the longevity of this league going forward. Pocket passers are, dying dinosaurs.
There's the top 4, then there's a big decrease, and there's everyone else. And the top 4, as far as like overall quarterbacks, it's Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, and Burrow. Then there's a little bit of a gap, and then there's everyone else, as far as just top tier quarterbacks. So I'm not taking anything away from Burrow as far as overall quarterback. I'm talking just strictly fantasy, and just for put in perspective, people were drafting and even let Lamar fall. Like Josh Allen in regular leagues were taken sometimes in the first round. He never got past the second, and he still lived up to that billing. Now you're pissed at him this week, but he pretty much lived up to that billing. But I still wouldn't take him second. Meanwhile, Lamar, Jalen Hurts, they were 4th and beyond. And the only reason I took in a 10-team league, I took Lamar, hand up. I took Lamar in the 4th round. I always talk about, take a 5th round or above or 7th round. I ended up in a 12-team league with keepers. I got C.J. Stroud in the 7th, which hindsight's 2020 was like, well, that was dumb. But that how
he looked so good last year.
You know how many people took him in like the 4th and the 3rd round?
Yeah.
Like I ended up getting value even though he sucked this year. But you know what? I wasn't crying over it because we got him there. And we ended up picking up
probably could have picked up like Goff.
Right.
Off of free agency.
We picked up Bo Nix off of waivers.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just kind of playing that game.
And so,
we knew the Lions was going to be a high production offense, which blew my mind that nobody wanted Goff at all. I can understand.
Goff as a backup to Richardson.
Yeah, I can understand Rodgers not getting drafted. I can understand
Kirk
O'Chains not getting drafted.
Yep.
But Goff, it was like, dude, he had an incredible year last year. Why are we not looking at it? But it may be a credit to that rushing aspect. Everybody's wanting the rushing quarterback because it's a different tier. I mean, as far as rushing, a lot of leagues, it's 10 yards per 1 point versus 25 yards for the passing, right? So,
I'll give you one even better. You know how many people spent up to draft Patrick Mahomes when they just probably have a better quarterback known as Sam Darnold on waivers?
Yeah. Good. Darnold's the darling of the year.
Yeah.
For sure.
Darnold's been ridiculous, but he's not seeing ghosts in that offense because he has the effort. Justin Jefferson down there somewhere. He literally did that this week. He literally just chucked it, and Justin Jefferson's down there. He'll catch it.
Right.
But that's the thing is like, yes, Jaden Daniels, and Ryan was talking about he got Jaden in the 8th. Unless it's a keeper league, yeah, you are crossing your fingers that he lasts till the 5th round, and you've got a good quarterback, dude. You've got a good quarterback. So
yeah,
for the mobile
yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, for the mobile quarterbacks, not named Josh Allen, because Josh Allen will still be taken 2nd or 3rd overall. I am just so big, and just because it's
quarterback-wise, not
quarterback-wise.
Yeah.
Overall, just standard leagues. I'm just very big on when the 4th round comes around, if there's not any value, you're like, F it, I'll take Lamar or Jaden or Jalen or Jalen Hurts in that situation. Bo Nix is still a 7th to later round quarterback, but you're still going to be drafting him, whereas you're like, who the hell is Bo Nix? Hand up, I thought he's going to suck. He's not. But Jaden will be going in the 4th to 6th round next year. People will overdraft him, which is fine. It's going to suck when you're sitting there looking
People
at
also
Jaden Daniels.
overdrafted Richardson.
Yes.
So let them do that.
I didn't overdraft Richardson in the 9th round, okay, because I took Jared Goff as a backup. I've had him the whole season.
I'm just going to say 19 burps. I'm going to say that's 19 burps.
Yep.
Keep an arbitrary count.
Yeah, I know we're talking about quarterbacks the whole time, but basically, long story short, don't draft a quarterback till the 4th round.
Yeah, no, I love it. And honestly, I love this conversation because, I mean, we're talking about quarterbacks, but we're also talking about just kind of the future of the league because some of us aren't in. If you're still in, let us know in the chats. But some of us, this was our last week to play. I think in 3 of the leagues we're done. I know you're still going in some of your other leagues as well.
Yeah, I'm in the Super Bowl for 2, and I'm in the consolation. And what in the big league, I ran into Mike Evans last week. So yeah,
sorry about it. Yeah,
when my best players didn't show out and Mike Evans decided to show up, there we go. And then our Dynasty League, we're screwing up. We keep winning. So anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm in a couple of the Super Bowls, in a couple of my leagues. So I'm feeling good. And I made the playoffs. And when I make the playoffs in some leagues, I don't have to pay money the next year. So I'll take that as a win too. I would love to win the league and make more profit, but that came down to luck and not because I made a wrong decision, and I will live with. I can sleep at night knowing that. And so we beat Tvshka, so we won our not getting. We're good enough to not make the playoffs bracket. We won the NIT.
Yep. Yeah. Good job. Yeah. Go hump a doorknob. Like one of my favorite quotes I like to say about the kind of the lower league. I can't say anymore. It's just not appropriate. But hey, Ryan Moss. Daniel's your quarterback for next week. You still in, bud? You still in it? Let's go. Let's go, man. Congratulations. He also says, I'm glad he picked up Green Bay. Go, Pat, go. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
Picked up the defense for the night, man. Yeah, and that's what I was actually trying to log back into my freaking ESPN account so I could actually watch some of this trash fest. But let's get to the chats, man. Got so much to catch up on. Again, everybody, Merry Xmas, fuckers. Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you all are enjoying a lot of family time. Is Josh eating popcorn? I don't know. Were you eating popcorn or were you eating shit? Which one were you eating?
I don't. There's no telling what I sounded like with this dumbass microphone. I look like a douchebag from 2009 with his Bluetooth in. So we'll just proceed.
Yeah. Oh my God. Let me talk about loans and stock options right now. Nah, I know that's a deep cut from our previous conversation, but you're rock and rolling, man. Cam Geimer, man, welcome to the chat. I think this is the first time. Daniels Barkley, Chase Brown, God, good pickup. Jamar Chase, same team there. JSN, Kraft, Pooper Cup. I love how you properly spelled his name, because that is exactly what he's been for this year, and we will talk more about that. Then also Zay Flowers, Thielen, Josh Downs, Brian Robinson Jr., fuck that guy right now, Bates, Kicker, I believe the Lions kicker. Green Bay and Chargers. I don't know why you have two, by the way. Also, I'm going to call the Chargers the Cargers from now on, just because I love making fun of them as a Chiefs fan. And then
dude,
Dobbins on IR, dude, that sucks. I know.
I can't wait to
Dobbins
talk to Haygood.
Was on
Hey,
such a
Haygood, what's your favorite team the Cargers doing?
The Cargers, yeah. Are the Cargers going to carg? Yeah, 8-team work league and sitting pretty right now. Dude, yeah, definitely. 8-team. Yeah, that's an incredible team. Man, I mean, Thielen, I feel like you could get some better there.
Thielen?
I feel like Flowers, Thielen, and Downs is kind of the weak spot. Well, really Cup right now. I just really, everybody's kept him on the team just because of his name. Just because he has the potential to be what he was 2 years ago. But I don't know. It's just not there right now. It's going to be interesting to see what his stock looks like next year. I mean, again, this whole episode, everybody, we're going to refer to next year because I'm already done with it. I'm over it. It sucks. But yeah, with it being an 8-team, man, you should be able to get some good waivers, and hopefully we'll give you some insight maybe on that. And you're sitting pretty right now, which means hopefully you're still in, right? It says pick 2 at flex this week, and for week 17, Flowers, Thielen, Brian Robinson Jr., or Pooper Cup. Thanks, boys. Oh my God, man. I
Flowers Robinson. Flowers Robinson.
God. I mean, yeah, Robinson for sure, but
I'm taking Flowers and Robinson.
Dude, I feel like
dude, I'm not
the
feeling
waiver. I feel like the waiver is going to be there.
Yeah, but I'm also leaning towards Thielen. Pooper Cup, I'm taking out of it.
Yeah.
But off the top of my head, if you're asking for pick 2, I'm taking Flowers and Robinson.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
because Lamar spreads that ball around.
Thielen. Right, but yeah, but I'm thinking about Thielen because
we just
saw the Panthers go on a tear and beat the Arizona Cardinals. We didn't get to really talk about that too much.
Hold on.
I feel like it's more of a testament to how much of a trash heap that is on fire that the Arizona Cardinals are. I mean, I feel like they're about to just, even though they just started over with new coaches and coordinators, like, it's just not working there. Jonathan Gannon, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Because they took the wrong coordinator.
It's what?
They took the wrong coordinator. The offensive coordinator went to Indianapolis, and they're still trying to figure out. They're trying to make Anthony Richardson work, and it's like fetch. Like, stop making like it's not going to happen. But you can see the potential there. Arizona, they shit the bed so hard at the end of this season. And no one really cared about their defensive coordinator from the Eagles, because that's where he came from. At the Super Bowl run, he was their defensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator went to Indianapolis. Their defense coordinator went to Arizona. And it was a corny ass dude, which fine. And they're okay. I also think you need someone there that can corral Kyler Murray. And I don't think they have someone that can corral Kyler Murray right now.
Yeah.
And by corral, I'm like, get his head right, get him in the right space. He hasn't found the right coach to really get the best out of Kyler Murray. It's in flashes, but it's still just not there. Yeah. And it stinks because we know how good Kyler is and can be. And he just hasn't hit that next ceiling. People give him shit for COD and all the other stuff. But at the end of the day, I believe in Kyler Murray, but Kyler Murray doesn't believe in himself.
Yeah. I mean, I also believe in Warzone. I believe that it is a better game now. Whenever they changed the map a couple of years ago, that was such bullshit. And I really think Kyler felt offended by that. So
he misses Verdansk.
He's not going to do that.
He misses Verdansk.
Yeah.
But as a person who hasn't played a single second of COD, he misses Verdansk.
God, man, yeah. But I mean, I'm a huge Kyler fan because Oklahoma. I mean, we had an incredible 3 years where we had Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and then Jalen Hurts. Jalen should have won the Heisman that year.
I was hoping he would, just to shove it in Alabama's face.
Oh my God, right? Oh, dude, that spiteful taste of victory. Been so fucking great. But I mean, maybe his height's a factor. I mean, he is an incredible scrambler. I mean, you can hear the Mario music play whenever he runs. Yeah, exactly, dude. And it's just, man, I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. And I mean, there's reports previously that he never really looked at film. That just wasn't really his thing. He just goes out there and plays. But I tell you what, the person that could get something out of him may not be in the college level too much longer.
How about your boy?
Some of that USC coach.
Yeah. Riley? Yeah. Lincoln Riley?
Yeah.
Because he's losing his team there at USC. So,
yep. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And Kingsbury was kind of a consultant with him whenever they had Caleb Williams. Now he's the offensive coordinator there at Washington. Who knows? Maybe a little bit of disruption. Probably not next year, but maybe the year after.
It would be great for Lincoln. Lincoln's really good about putting up points, but I'm worried he's like a Cliff Kingsbury, where and it's kind of the same thing to get into like college, like Tennessee with Josh Heupel, like they're great at the beginning of the season, but then when you get in the second half of the season, people can kind of figure out their offensive scheme, and you run into Ohio State and then you get beat 80-2. And that's kind of what happens with Lincoln Riley's and Cliff Kingsbury's offenses, is that the second half of the season, the defense is like, okay, I know what they're doing. And you had to have Jade Daniels bail you out this week. And I don't think it was more of Cliff Kingsbury. That being said, shout out to Cliff Kingsbury, because when I saw him on the sidelines, he looked like Todd from Christmas Vacation. He had the sunglasses and everything. I couldn't not unsee it. So shout out to Cliff Kingsbury dressing up as Todd.
Dude,
I don't know, Margot.
Yeah. I don't know why the carpet's wet. But no, okay. So to go back to Cam, right? I mean, talking about, hey, who do I play? Giff throwing some love there too as far as Cooper Kupp. Honestly, this is my dart throw, right? This is my dark horse. 20. Jamison Crowder. So on IR the entire year. Came back after the bye week. Got 5.7 points against the Saints. 15.5 against Philadelphia. That's even with Zacchaeus, other wide receiver for Washington, getting 24 points. But with Zacchaeus, he is 27 years old. Crowder is 31. So I feel like there's a little bit of veteranship. But they're playing Atlanta this next week. That is your championship week. I would drop Cooper Kupp and pick up that guy just in case something happens to some of the other players. That's my dark horse pick. It's a wild one. I know. I see you kind of frowning at it.
I'm not frowning. No, I was frowning at the other receiver. I wasn't frowning at Jamison Crowder. I'm frowning at the other wide receiver because I can't pronounce. Yeah.
Zacchaeus, he was a wee little man, and a wee little man was he. Shout out to everybody that went to church as a kid.
Yeah. And if you're calling them that, then that makes sense, because it's around Christmas time, and, it's when people talk about elves more than anything else. So maybe that. I'm just trying to have Jesus. Some correlation.
Or Jesus.
Or Jesus. But no, I don't mind. I'm on Jamison Crowder. I just, if his name's not Terry McLaurin, like, what are you going to do? Like, remember Noah Fant was something? No. Okay. It's the same thing with Jamison Crowder. It just depends on who they play. So I don't know. Most of the time you shouldn't overthink it. Like if you run into an injury and you're in the Super Bowl, then maybe I'm good with Jamison Crowder. If you're in a league where you end up going against the same player and you need that one waiver pick, I've seen that before. I can go Jamison Crowder. But it's just tough for me to find somebody off of waivers if you're in the Super Bowl. Typically, the reason you're in the Super Bowl is because the roster you have is already goddamn good.
Mm-hmm.
So I like where your head's at. But typically, if someone's picking up Jamison Crowder to play him in the Super Bowl, there's got to be a no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Jamar Chase isn't playing type of thing where I'm taking Jamison Crowder. Like I'm taking one of my my stablemates that have been there, and just so happened that week 17 he's not going to play. So then I got to pick up Jamison Crowder. So not to poo-poo on your take.
No, it's cool. It's cool. They are playing the Atlanta Falcons, and they fucking suck on defense, dude.
Yeah,
they are terrible.
I like where your head's at. I do like your head's
going to get fed. But also, if he's in an 8-person league, there's got to be somebody better on your waiver, right? There's got to be somebody better than Cooper Kupp who hasn't done shit, right? And maybe, they play the Arizona Cardinals next week, who the Carolina Panthers just made Swiss cheese of. So maybe there's a little bit of redemption there for Cooper Kupp. I don't know. But, with Daniels, Barkley, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, JSN, Kraft, I feel like you could get a better tight end there, honestly. But then, Cup Flowers, Thielen Downs, Brian Robinson Jr. Brian Robinson Jr. has to be in there. He just had a bad week. I hate him for it. But he just had a bad week.
He did.
Yeah. And honestly, you really don't need two defenses.
That Eagles front seven's no joke.
Yeah. Yeah, and you really don't need two defenses, so you could really drop one of those and pick up somebody on waiver wires. But anyways, Cam, thank you so much for that. Let's see. Ryan, what is going on, bud? He said, I am glad I picked up the Green Bay defense tonight. But then he also goes on to say he doesn't think that he will keep the Green Bay defense against Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota is looking pretty mean right now. Possibly getting that number 1 seed in the NFC, which is incredible. Them and the Lions there. Lions a little bit. Lions had, they handled business with the Bears, but Minnesota's looking pretty good. So we need to pick up another defense. Is there any other defense that you can kind of think of? I mean, I know it's hard because we can't really see y'all's waiver as far as, what's available defensive-wise. But, Josh, any defenses that you can kind of think of, maybe like 3 or 4 of them, that you would actually try to target this next weekend? And this is championship weekend, bub. Right? It matters. You can't just pick no has-beens.
Obviously, number 1 would be Denver. They're the highest scoring defense, but I'm pretty sure someone's already got them. Kansas City, I'm pretty sure someone's already got them. Baltimore has really picked it up ever since they've kind of tweaked their defense to where their defense is legit. Yeah, those 3 are the first ones that come to mind, but I'm pretty sure everyone's already has. So I really can't tell you differently. I'm pretty sure Tvshka can help us out with a couple more. Green Bay is actually the best scoring defense, no joke. But I know they're playing Minnesota, so I'm like, honestly,
Minnesota's a pretty good scoring defense too.
Honestly,
number 2 in the year.
Unless some of these other defenses are up for it, I would. Yeah, okay. The Ravens are still available. I forget who they're actually playing.
Ravens are going to be playing the Texans, and that is Wednesday, right? So let's talk about that real quick. Wednesday, Chiefs play the Steelers. Ravens play the Texans. All 4 teams are playing 3 games within like 11 days. You're muted.
Just so you know, we got a camera from my dad just letting us know that Green Bay is the only team in the NFL this year to shut out a team.
Ooh, yeah. I haven't been able to log back into my shit.
Yeah, so just so you know, Ryan, just so you know, we were talking about what defense. Honestly, stick with Green Bay. So, I know the Ravens are available, but stick with Green Bay. I mean, it's right. And if Jair Alexander comes back next week, which I doubt he will, but they're still going for number 1 seed, aren't they? So,
yeah. So here's the thing, though. Number 3, defense on the year. Pittsburgh Steelers. As far as fantasy, they go up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Mahomes has not thrown an interception. This is wild. I actually thought it was far less than this. He's not thrown an interception in 5 games. So he's been more efficient with the ball. but they are also not a very high-scoring team. We did get Hollywood Brown back. Xavier Worthy is looking pretty good. So I don't know. I mean that's the number 3 team right there as far as defense, but it's gonna be a little bit slippery slope there.
Yeah. Well, you know me with Kansas City. I don't try and think of too hard. Like when I find a defense that I know is solid week in, week out, I don't care who they're playing. I'm sticking with them. Green Bay
I'm talking about Steelers defense though, right? Because we're talking about defenses.
No, they're.
I'm just saying they're number 3, but they're also playing Kansas City.
And they're banged up.
It's just not a whole lot of turnover opportunity right now, really as of late. And it looks like they are warming up and getting very much primed. So my pick is basically saying don't pick the Steelers.
Right.
There's
a reason I'm with you too, because there's a reason I didn't say them either. It's because they're banged up. The Ravens still available. I'm like, The reason I'm sticking away, and the reason, I like where your take was, Tvshka, with the Steelers, and the reason I didn't bring them up is because they don't have George Pickens, and if everyone realizes
on the defense,
no, stick with my take here, you jerk.
They don't have Watt on defense because he got injured.
Right. That's a bigger situation.
Pickens may play Wednesday though.
Yeah, if Pickens plays, that will keep the offense on the field. That's my take. Is if you haven't noticed, when Pickens has been out for the past 2 weeks, this week and last week, and you can tell that offense does not work. It does not work when Pickens is not on the field. And I said that before. I was like, Pickens is so good at the moon ball that Russell Wilson throws. When Pickens is not there, they lose that moon ball, and their offense becomes one-dimensional, and it just becomes a shit show. And it leaves their defense high and dry, having to pick up the pieces because they cannot move the ball. So I don't care how good your defense is. If your offense doesn't at least control the clock a little bit and get your defense some rest, it's going to hurt. And when TJ Watt goes out, it even gets worse. And Minka Fitzpatrick has been a shell of himself this year.
Ooh, GIF. So the Dolphins D, my guy, the number 28 defense.
You know what? You're about to did GIF he probably won. He won his game, so he's still in the playoffs. Pick up the Dolphins D and let me know if you win.
Dude, I love it. Yeah. Put your money where your mouth is, bro. Also, if you haven't paid your fucking dues, pay that. Okay. Go to PayPal, Ruckus EV at PayPal.com, and give us your $10 for your league fee, you sons of bitches. But no, we're talking about the Miami defense. They are playing the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I'm aware. That's why I want Gift to do it. I'm like, come on, Gift, do it. They're the Cleveland Browns don't give a shit anymore. It's not Jameis Winston. It's the dude from UCLA.
He got delivered. Hey, hallelujah! The boy got delivered of his turnover demons.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to be playing.
No, DTR I think is what Darius Thomas and something like that. Robinson.
Oh, you were getting there.
Yeah, but it's straight out of UCLA. He was great at UCLA, but he's fine. But yeah, no, like that Cleveland. If you're going up against Cleveland, do that because Chubb unfortunately is out again, and their offense is inept. They did also score at least 8 touchdowns. Dorian Thompson Robinson. Sorry, not Darius. Yeah. So my fault. But
yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're gonna be so conservative. It's the second to last game for them on the season. He didn't look too great. Kind of coming out.
Yes, Giff. We know they're facing the Browns. He just said that. Thank you. Keep up.
God, dude, what are you on a lag? What are you about? In the past? Come on, dude. Get in the DeLorean. Get back to time. Okay, come on. But no, let's go and jump to some of the other questions here. He says, "Give me the 20th burp." There we go, brother. I'm on 21. I gave it to you. You got it good. There we go. Ryan Moss. Going back to him, he says, "I have Daniels Barkley Achane combo this week. Phenomenal, dude. Oh my god." Dude, you are definitely in the championship with just those three alone this week.
Yeah.
Defense and flex will be my question for next week. All right, so that's what we've been kind of talking about already. So apologies. Just getting caught up on that one, waiting for injury update, but have a split. Bucky Irving or Charbonnet or Walker might be out. Yeah. Definitely look at your matchups. Because it's weird this week. We're gonna have Saturday games. We're gonna have Wednesday games. We're gonna have Sunday games. We're gonna have Monday games. I don't know if we're having a Friday, but we'll have a Thursday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe. So yeah, if you want to follow up on that one. So it's going to be weird. I mean, because, we're always talking about, you want to put in your flex the latest games. If you're in the championship, you should know who you have. Regardless of what day they play, you should know who they have. And for the most part, you should be able to get there. For your defense, if you're flexing, that's the question. You have Green Bay this week, I believe, Ryan. So our man here to the left, Josh, said stick with them. I've been playing Bucky. Dude, he's been incredible for you. The flex this week split Charbonnet or Walker if out. Charbonnet Walker haven't really been. To me, they really haven't been as consistent or as productive as Bucky Irving.
I'm not a Charbonnet guy. He's been fine every once in a while. Walker, when healthy, is great. I don't trust Seattle as a whole of an offense. Bucky Irving,
not right now. They are in a slump.
They're in a slump.
And when it matters the most,
yes,
they're not producing.
No, but Bucky Irving, why are they even running Rashad White at this point? Like, I watched that Dallas game. Why are they even running them? Like, every time Bucky, I understand why they do, but damn, it is night and day when Bucky gets the ball.
Yeah.
And Bucky is not a bad. He's going to be that 3rd to 4th round pick next year. That's possibly going to win you a league. I am very excited about what Bucky Irving. When I was talking about, I don't know about Bryce Young and Chuba of where you're supposed to draft them. Bucky, 4th round, call it a day.
Who do you think is going to be higher, Bucky or Chase Brown?
Bucky.
Think so?
It's a better. Now, if the offensive coordinator leaves for a head coaching job, because Liam Cohen has been thrown out there right now, if he leaves, I'd go with Chase Brown because Zach Taylor's not going anywhere.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why I feel like Chase Brown's probably going. I would rather go with him. I love the Buccaneers. Wish them all the best, but I feel like this was a boomer bust year for them, and unfortunately with Godwin's injury, Evans through part of the season, it was just kind of a little bit of a bust.
As much as I loved watching that game, you lost to my Cowboys, and my Cowboys you lost to Cooper Rush.
What, Cooper put up like 300 yards, dude?
That guy went
bananas, dude.
Which it kind of goes back to my take about Todd Bowles of like, dude, he's an amazing defensive coordinator. I just don't think he's that great of a head coach.
Yeah,
I just don't. I think he's great. He's an excellent defensive coordinator. But the thing is that he's proven that he can run.
Sorry, my bad. 292 yards, just shy of 300.
Okay,
but yeah. 35. No, that's not right. Yeah, 26 for 35. For some reason, the column was flipped. 292 and 1 touchdown.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's just, losing Chris Godwin was a huge killer to a lot of teams, much less fantasy.
Yeah.
A lot of fantasy teams, much less the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sorry, I need to reword that.
You're good. I knew where you're going. I knew it.
Yep,
they knew it at home too.
Right here, guys. Just keep with me. But Mike Evans finally comes back healthy. So like Tampa's been dealing with a lot of injuries. The fact that they're right there, they should have beat Dallas, but I'll take the win. But it just seemed like Dallas was the better team, which pissed me off as a Dallas fan because like where has this been all season?
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole team, I'm like, what is like Tampa would move the ball and then they would just get stagnant, and I just didn't know. But Bucky was solid. Mike Evans was fine. McLaughlin, the rookie out of there, they were fine. But I just don't think Bowles is the guy, which is fine. But yeah, to go back to your question, because you know how long-winded I get and just go on tangents about nothing. But your original question, I would take Bucky as long as their offense coordinator is still there. That being said, if their offense coordinator leaves, which he could get some head coaching job offers or at least interview for them, then I would go with the other guy that you said that I can't remember at this point off the top of my head.
What are we talking about? Jamal Charbonnet or Kenneth Walker Jr.?
No, you said Bucky and Chase Brown. I would go with Chase Brown.
Oh, Chase Brown as far as the draft. Yeah, next year.
As far as the draft, I would do Chase Brown over Bucky, but I think it's literally like just who's the better back. They both do the same exact thing, and I kind of lean towards Bucky because I don't know. I like Bucky's production more than Chase. But Tvshka, well, I've got to step away for a second. I've been trying.
You go ahead and do that. I'll run it, but then when you get back, I got to step out for a second.
I mean, I can vamp like no other. If you, guys, you want to see me go on a tangent, talk about 7 different topics in a row, watch how my brain ADHD works. Get ready to watch that. I'll be right back.
There you go. Yeah, go ahead, man. And whenever he gets back, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our sorry, he sent me a private chat too. But we're gonna jump into the gifts or calls, right? So basically, your studs or duds on the week. So definitely let us know who was a stud for you that helped you in your playoff games, or honestly, like we're talking about Cole, right? I mean, not always a bad player. Who was a good player that ruined your weekend? I mean, because there's quite a bit of them this week, and we'll get into that here in a second. But Ryan, I do want to kind of point out to this. Don't do it. Raiders and Colts against New Orleans Giants. Don't do it. Don't do it. You even said it's risky in there. Just don't do it. Kind of looking at some of the matchups. A lot of it's crapshoot. Not really seeing something that is a definitive, that's go ahead and do that. But I do like the Chargers at New England. Even though New England is, kind of scrapping a little bit, they put it to the test against Buffalo. But at the same time, they did not come out, kind of on their side. So I think all they're working for right now is basically just to ruin somebody's season. And I feel like the Chargers are going to be conservative enough that they're going to make it happen. Harbaugh, I mean, they're just a far better coach team than New England there. No offense there. How many burps? I believe we're on 21. Yeah, I believe we're on 21. So, sorry, that was too fast for everybody to read. How many burps has Tvshka had tonight so far? I believe 21. We're working on 22. Welcome back, Josh.
About a baker's dozen for me, Bob.
Yeah, about a baker's dozen. Now we're talking about defenses again. Just helping out Ryan Moss. He had mentioned Raiders and Colts against New Orleans and Giants. Not sure risking that though. Definitely told him a big no.
No, you have Green Bay, dude.
Do it. Don't do it. One I am very interested in right now though is Seattle versus Chicago. Seattle defense going against the Chicago offense. Caleb's just still making mistakes. With them losing to the Lions, they're a division game. Who knows? Seattle still a little bit in the mix, but they are the number 7 defense on the year. But definitely be looking at the matchup there, Ryan, and just seeing what they're talking about. Just two dudes talking about D. Yeah, that's right, girl. We're talking about that D. That sweet D.
We talking about the D long and a long time.
Too long and too hard. All right.
Yeah, that was the joke I was getting.
Which means we need to change it up, man. Mm-hmm. There's really no other better transition. But dude, it's the Christmas time. People they're giving, they're benevolent. Sometimes they're fucking assholes.
Right.
Okay. I want to get spicy. I want to talk about Cole first. I'm going to throw you for a loop. Let's talk about the Coles, dude, because it's absolute bullshit, dude. Absolute bullshit about some of the shit that happened this weekend. And if you kind of look into it, I'm gonna just kind of talk about my Cole, and then I'm gonna step out for a quick second because I apparently have a counter I need to try to help out with the burp meter. Brian Robinson, dude, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What are you doing? 2.1. I needed you against this schmuck, dude. 2.1 points. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Give me everything you got. Come on, man. Because he didn't do shit. We're looking at this. Fucking looks like 24 rushing yards, right? 10 attempts for 24 yards. No touchdowns. 2 receptions off of 3 targets for 17 yards. No touchdowns. Dude, like, it's Philadelphia. Like, you guys beat them. Why did you let all these other guys get all the production? I mean, I know Jaden was having a day. The wide receivers were having a day. Why couldn't Brian Robinson eat? It's fucking Christmas. It's Thanksgiving. Open up the buffet, dude. It definitely wasn't Golden Corral for his ass because he was starved. And I feel like he was my biggest lump of coal. And I hate him for that. And I'm going to go ahead and remove myself. Have fun.
All right. Well, that's a weird looking logo there. But the Brown Robinson, just going back to it, Brown Robinson, you asked me for, I was like, hey, I'll trade you Brown Robinson for Kyler Murray. Like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, all right, cool. For your lump of coal there. My lump of coal goes to Cooper Cup. Cooper Poo-Poo Cup, or Pooper Cup, as some would say. Where was that triple crown that you won 2 years ago? You've been just non-existent. Maybe once. I think it's Puka Nakua's team. At this point, I think he kind of showed that last year, and then he just proved it more. Just he's a bigger, better receiver at this point. Not to take anything away from Cooper Kupp and what he's done in his career, but as far as fantasy-wise this year, a lot of people are pissed off, and we're going to give a lot of lumps of coal to Cooper Kupp because he's at that situation where you have to keep him on your team because you can't trade him because no one wants you're not going to get any value for him, but you have to keep him. And then when he does play, you have to play him. So it's just kind of going back and forth of it. So that's what happens there. Brown Robinson, I can tell you why Brown Robinson sucked this week. It's because they played the Eagles and that front seven, that Georgia front seven. If you know what I'm talking about, they pretty much have, of that front seven, I think 5 of them went to University of Georgia, and they've drafted in the past 2 years. So that's what you're hitting with that. The other lump of coal that I am going to give out, I know it's crazy, but I'm going to give it to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor gets my lump of coal. Not because of what he did this week, it's because of what he didn't do last week. He dropped the ball. Literally, he dropped the ball at the goal line and lost a lot of people. Yeah, exactly. He lost a lot of people there. Trust me, I've so many people have texted me being like, that asshole Jonathan Taylor, because not only did he lose some bets, he also lost some playoff wins because he dropped the ball. And then what does he do? He turns around and scores and drops 40 and holds on to the ball. Literally, I even joked about, hey, you should do the Forrest Gump thing and just keep running until they tell you to stop. But he literally did that. His first long touchdown, he kept running. Yep. And they kept doing the whole. I was like, wow, he really did the Forrest Gump thing. And then he did another. He did it again, like 218 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I mean, but also I believe it was Bo Jackson also ran into the tunnel, right? Yeah. That was before Forrest Gump, right before Tom Hanks made that movie. Fucking banger of a soundtrack, by the way. Right? Yeah. Anyways, dude, that's a good one. It's a good one. I like where your head's at as far as Cole ruining your weekend. But I'm going to throw that aside because this fucking piece of coal, that's what we should call this segment. FPCs. Fucking pieces of coal. Mm-hmm. Because I'm using an acronym because of his ass too. MHJ. Marvin Harrison Jr. Love your dad. I absolutely hate you. I hate you so much this year, dude. You ruined my fucking Kyler Murray stack. You ruined my my best of the worst game. I don't know why. It's so fucking toxic with his ass. It's like he'll do bad for 2 games and then, oh my god, I'm so sorry, baby. Here's 15. Here's 20. Oh my god, oh my god, that's right. You're such a good one. And then shit the bed for 2 more times, miss 2 more fucking alimony payments, and then come back with really great Christmas gifts. He did not do shit to me this entire fucking weekend. No. And the entire season, he has been the lump of coal. He was my number 2 draft pick at 2.1 because I was on the turnaround. It was a lot of people's 2nd round or 3rd round pick. And he is not even close to that.
He, other than like the Tyreek Hills or the CMCs of the world who just are injuries and whatnot, and Brees Hall, still in a milk carton. But as far as like you reached for him, that was one of the biggest busts of the year.
I mean, I feel like no matter what, if I just say like, oh, where do you think he's at rank wise, you're gonna guess it just because of how my poker face right now. But he's the number 36 wide receiver.
I was thinking like 47th.
Oh yeah, no, he's fucking 47th in my heart right now. But he's the 36, and it's really only because of 2 fucking games. Game number 2, he got 29 points, and then week 8 against Miami, he got 23. That's it. That's pretty much all the production he's done. We're looking at 7.9, 5.2, 8.9. That's just the last 3 weeks. Just the last 3 weeks. When we fucking needed you, dude. This is when you're supposed to be primed. This is when you're supposed to be fucking ready. You're supposed to be getting warmed up. You guys have something to fight for. And you're not doing it, man. The biggest piece of coal is a POS. He's also a POC. There we go. That's what it's called. POCs. And you're not a PIC because you weren't my partner in crime this year. You
pieces of coal, guys. Not people of you get what I'm going with here. It's pieces of coal, guys. I want no emphasis what he meant by your POC and degrading you. It's a pieces of coal. I just was just
maybe I didn't mean it that way. Maybe I did.
No, he's a piece of coal, guys. We're not trying to get canceled.
Oh, dude, fuck it. You gotta get started to get canceled. Yeah, no, we're getting spicy here. But it's a piece of coal. And I can't say anything else because it's so infuriating. And let us know in the chats, by the way, whether you're watching live right now, throw it in the chat.
Who's your pieces of coal?
Who was your piece of coal? On the year, because there's so many. Like there's not so many, but there's definitely a baker's dozen, Bob.
Yeah,
definitely.
There's busts out there, but I'm just talking about late season. We're talking like late season.
Yeah, right now we're late season, but still, even on the season itself,
CMC, Tyreek Hill, Brees Hall, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, Isaiah Pacheco. That's one we didn't really talk about, but we kind of
Rashid Rice, maybe.
I mean, but that's an injury though. I feel like
so was Pacheco.
No. Pacheco shit the bed this week.
Oh yes, he did.
This week he only got 4 points, I believe, and that's full PPR.
Kareem Hunt had a better week than he did.
You know why? It's because Pacheco fumbled. After he fumbled,
that makes sense. Andy Reid is big on that shit.
Done. After he fumbled, hey,
you fumble once,
get back in there, dude.
Reid's like, all right, whatever.
Get your old fat ass in there and just do what you do. And for some reason, get us fucking 5 yards as you fall down.
Right.
Like Kareem Hunt. I mean, he's not one of my gifts, but he has been an absolute gift to a Chiefs fan. He's been absolutely incredible. And I feel like that's as good of a segue as we're going to get because we're also at an hour and 20. We love you all, but we also want to get back to our families. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about gifts right now, right? Pacheco's a gift to the Chiefs. Who was a gift for you this week specifically?
Speaking about rookie.
Yeah, we can expand. Okay, yeah. Rookies. Okay.
Speaking about rookie wide receivers, the gift that really keeps on giving this late in the season is a one Brian Thomas Jr. Jesus, you're about to have a celebratory birthday, but I don't
Happy
know why.
birthday,
Just my
Jesus.
brain just happy birthday. Yeah,
Yeah,
never
no, I
mind.
love it.
There was a Dimitri Martin joke about getting like, but not having Christmas wrapping
Yeah.
paper and only have birthday, and you just wrote Jesus in on
You
everything.
just wrote Jesus. Nice.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
happy birthday.
here
Jesus.
I got one for you. All right, this is the season we're talking about the newborn baby Jesus. What about the newcomer, Brian Thomas?
There you go. Yes, no, he
That's the
is the best of all the rookies receivers
So
this
good.
year. And here's the thing is I don't know where to draft him next year either. Because I don't know what Jaguars we're going to get because I figure Doug Peterson's probably going to be let go.
I'm surprised. He hasn't been
Trevor
already.
Lawrence is going to be back because this is all Drake May. Not Drake May. Mac Jones. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thinking of white Patriots quarterbacks. Drake May's there now. Mac Jones is there at Jacksonville. So my apologies. I'm thinking
also
like
about Matt Dre, incredible rapper.
Yeah. But that's a deep cut.
22.
22. But yeah, no, Brian Thomas, ever since Mac Jones has kind of taken over, he's become very consistent.
Yeah.
So that is the I like
I'm
what
on
you're
Michael
doing,
Jordan
man.
right now. Sorry.
Yeah, all white people look alike. No, that's not what I'm saying, Soul. But that's a good joke. I was trying to. We almost had Tvshka just do
dude.
technical difficulties when he almost spit everywhere on his.
Dude, my nose is tingling. My nose is fucking tingling, dude.
Yeah, you almost had him. That was
love you for that. Love you for that.
That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
all white people look alike.
That's my gift.
I
And then
mean,
also,
y'all kind of do. Y'all kind of do.
kind of. I mean, you look at Mac Jones and Drake May. Tell me.
All right, if I had more time and we're not trying to wrap it up, I would definitely be Googling right now.
But
yeah,
my last
Brian
gift
Thomas.
I will give to Devon Achan, who.
Wait! Fuck off! That's mine.
Oh. Well, then I'll just keep
You're
talking
talking
about
white people. That's not even Achan. Barkley.
Yes, Saquon Barkley. Thank you. I don't know. We gave like 4 of them. I didn't write them down. Deal with it. It's the holidays,
It's
man.
in the fucking sheet, dude.
Anyway.
It's in the spreadsheet.
Oh shit.
Spreadsheet
Anyway,
much?
Saquon deserves to be in the playoff rankings. I mean, not playoff rankings, but deserves to be in the MVP rankings. There it is. I got there. He deserves to be in that conversation between Josh Allen and Lamar for what he's doing. He's almost at 2,000 yards. I would love to him. Yeah, I can't read. I love to him to have gone after Eric Dickerson's record, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like it's going to surpass.
Dude, right?
But he is their offense now, which stinks because if Kenny Pickett's going to play next game, they're going to stack the box against Saquon. I'm hoping Sirianni is a good enough coach that can scheme enough stuff to where because you have 2 elite receivers with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, so figure it out. But Saquon definitely is the gift of this year because him and Derrick Henry, really. Just those 2 running backs are like, people are like, all right, well, they're done. I'm like, no, they're not, guys. Derrick Henry still is having a great year, but what Saquon's doing at Philly, I hand up, people are like, oh, you miscalculated that. No, I just said he was worth a late first-round pick. Not the number 1 overall, not like a Bijan Robinson or something like that, not a CMC, but damn, is he that dude this year. And if people are like, oh, what do you want next year? If I'm in the 5th round, I'm in 5th overall pick, and you're not taking Saquon Barkley, I don't know what you're doing.
Yep. I don't know what you're doing either. Because we're supposed to go back and forth, and you just went back to back. Y'all, we're getting so messy. But we are loving it, and hopefully you all are loving it too. Ryan Moss in the chat says, and also Liv Moss, would say non-draft picked ups were Bucky Irving and, oh my God. Janon? No. I have him.
Jonnu?
God dang it. Sorry. Jonnu Smith. I agree. Those are 2 freaking incredible ones. Jonnu was my mid-season pickup. Has been phenomenal at tight end in a year that tight ends have shit the fucking bed.
That whole position should be lumped with Cole. tight end
You're not
position.
wrong. You are not wrong. That whole position is Olympic call. But we're talking about the gifts, and those two kept on giving, and I believe they will keep on giving for you in your championship round this week. So definitely be starting Becky Irving and Jonnu Smith. My two gifts, real quick: Devon Achane and oh my God, Keenan Allen. About said Kyron. I really wish they would not abbreviate because right now, my mindset, I don't know what they are. But no, Devon Achane, though, 31 points, getting 121 rushing yards and a touchdown. Absolutely incredible. Also 70 yards receiving. And he did that like in the last minutes, dude. I mean, people legit, I mean, this was a late game, and people were just like, okay, yeah, no, we're good. And it's like, yep, nope. Here's a little bit more spice for you, bud. In case you thought that you were going to secure this win, you did not. And he did that for a lot of people. That is why he is my gift. And did a majority of it, just like Jonathan Taylor Thomas, did a majority off of just one play.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely incredible. But Keenan Allen, I say he's a gift because he is probably somebody's flex. Honestly, he's probably on a lot of people's bench. So he may have been a gift if they didn't play him. So, like, for us, I mean, particularly we played this weekend. You did not play Chuba Hubbard, thank God. Even though it didn't matter because, still lost to you. But it's also one of those things, like, I guarantee you, Keenan Allen was on somebody's bench.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the gift that did not get unwrapped. That
No.
did not get opened.
No.
And somebody is thanking Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior himself, for that. Happy B-Day, by the way, bud. But yeah, no. So that's our gifts and calls. Let us know in the chat. Josh, my dude, anything else on the gifts and calls before we start wrapping up? Because we are at 126 on the night.
Well, I can't believe we went through the whole show, so I got to at least do a stocking stuffer. All right, I'm doing a stocking stuffer here.
Okay.
Is it the thing of like it's small and it still does what it needs it to do and it's compatible. You can keep it, but it's going to be consistent for you all season.
Dude.
And his name is Brock
So good.
effing Bowers. Okay, that dude is a stocking stuffer.
Dude, he's so much bigger than his fucking stop.
I'm aware, but we didn't bring him up, and I can't believe I went through this whole damn show without bringing up my boy Brock Bowers.
Dude, he is your gift on the year for sure.
Yeah.
All right, give him your love because it's one of our last shows on the year. You talked about him before the giraffes. Go ahead, bud. Go ahead.
Yeah, if anyone knows, going. Oh, that's.
Yeah,
I had to raise up on it.
I'll stay on the screen because it does throw it off.
Yeah, but if anyone knows, Brock Bowers, and Tvshka and I talked a lot in the off season because we're in this damn ass dynasty league, and I was just like,
terrible.
dude, if Brock Bowers was on any other team, that would be I would. That's my dude. I honed in on him. I was like, this dude, whoever he goes, he's gonna be great. Even pre-draft, I was like, out of Georgia, he was the number one receiver on Georgia with Ladd McConkey. He was still the number one receiver for like 2 years straight, and he was like sophomore, junior year. He finally goes to pro. I don't know why I'm turning to Mario there, but he finally goes pro.
It's a me.
It's a me, Brock Bowers. But he finally.
I do call him Bowser. That's probably why.
Yeah, and he goes to the Raiders, and I'm like, gosh damn it! If he could go to any other team, but you know what? He is so damn good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's me back there throwing the ball. Brock Bowers is going to get his. This dude is revolutionary. Load up on him. I don't like drafting. If we're tight end leagues, I don't like drafting the third round or anything like that. I like taking tight ends late. But if you take Brock Bowers in the third to fifth round, I'm not mad at you. The dude is that legit. And the Raiders are still going to find a way to screw it up next year. But I think Brock Bowers' abilities and athleticism and skill set will outweigh all the bullshit that Davis is going to do to that team.
Yeah, no, I love that. Because this year he has proved he is quarterback proof. He's gone through, 3 quarterbacks?
Something like that.
Still doesn't matter. He's still going to give you 10 points.
Yeah.
Which is like the mean. That's the middle, the median for fucking tight ends. And he's giving you 10, if not 20 points. Yeah, he's been absolutely incredible this year. My concern is the sophomore slump because we've seen it a little bit more often lately than we have in previous years. Laporta, incredible rookie year, slump. CJ Stroud, incredible rookie year, slump.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm really looking at Jaden Daniels, looking at Brock Bowser, and really kind of seeing, okay, is this going to be the sophomore slump? I don't think for Bowser it's going to be.
No, he
may not be the number one, but he's definitely going to be top 5.
When you're that consistent in college and then translate it to be consistent on a shit team with no quarterback, I don't see where the slump happens unless, God forbid, an injury happens. Whereas I can see the sophomore slump for Brian Thomas. I can see Marvin Harrison figuring it out. I can see those two things happening. I can see, like you were saying, Jaden Daniels taking a step back. I don't, but I can still see it happening. The other rookies, Brock Bowers, I do not see because he's been the epitome of consistency from college to NFL to being on a crap team in the NFL and still showing out. So I can't talk enough about Brock Bowers. Everyone knows that who's followed the show, and it's been true. That's like the one player that I'm like, dude, Brock Bowers is good. People are like, I don't know, and then he just does his thing.
Yep, dude, I love it, man. I love it. All right, that's going to complete the gifts. That's also going to complete the show, but before we do, let's run through these real quick. Hawkinson, not great, 2 for 27. Yeah, Hawkinson. I mean, that's
he's been hurt all year, man.
MIA.
He's been hurt.
I mean, you can add Kelsey to the list. Really, I mean, add Mark Andrews. I mean, is this going to be a little bit of the twilight for those characters? Maybe. They're going to ride off in the sunset. We'll see.
Goddard.
I love this, though. Soul saying one of the gifts this year is you two. Oh, my God.
Thank you,
we
girl.
love you.
Yeah.
You're definitely one of our gifts for sure for the channel.
Yep.
This year. It's been incredible to actually spend a lot more time with you on screen and off screen and the Wrap It Up and all the other shows that we have going on. But then also, she said my gift is you two this year. It further clarifies, Kenyon Allen, though, is on the waiver wire. That was not used. I have St. Brown and Collins. Stay with St. Brown and Collins. Kenyon Allen was a flash in the pan. Give him his credit where credit is due, but I just don't think he's going to be doing 29 points next week. I mean, you'd be good to see 15. Honestly, it's probably going to be like 11.5. But yeah, is Josh going to win one of his 10,543 fantasy league teams? Dude? Let's go. Let's get a win this year, baby.
I'm in two finals. So yeah.
Yes. Let's go. Dog, I'm excited for next week because it's basically going to be a championship watch party for you. It's also going to be a championship watch party for the Ruckus League. So even though you may not be in it, follow the link in the description. Join us on the Discord because you definitely want to be there for that watch party.
Oh, we're the best of the worst. We're the best of the worst, Soul. We did it.
Yeah. Fuck off. I mean, God damn it, Brian Robinson. And damn it, Marvin Harrison Jr. I hate you too. I hope nothing but the worst on you and your family. I had to go to the time haters right there. Yeah, the haters ball, baby.
Yeah.
Hate. Go put some water in your mama's dish. You punk ass bitch. But no, Josh. Where can they follow us? Where can they find us? We're taking the week off, but where can they find us the following week?
Yeah, so we're taking the week off. We still just want to bring you all the festive fantasy F around tonight. But you can typically find us every week from Monday through Thursday. Mondays we do fantasy F around, and we'll still try and bring you the other content for fantasy football. Obviously, even after the season ends, obviously it's going to be periodically, not week to week. But Tuesdays, me and my buddies get together, we play some games, and we argue with each other. And we're a bunch of 30-year-olds just bitching each other. So just join us for that. On Wednesdays,
you guys, that short was so hilarious. Dude, the D's nuts. Sorry.
Yeah, the D's nuts. We do some D's nuts jokes. That's great. Come join us over there and tell us how bad we are at video games. That actually helps. And then on Wednesdays, you see myself, Tvshka, and mainly me and Soul breaking down the week that is in all of sports. The Ruckus Rev Wrap It Up. Rev Sports Wrap It Up. And then on Thursdays, you'll see myself and my buddy Justin Toner breaking down the world of wrestling. We're going to do a live watch along to Royal Rumble coming in February from Indianapolis. Now we won't be at Indy. I wish I was. But we'll go in here on the YouTubes and the Twitches and all that stuff on here on the Ruckus channel, bringing all that goodness there. So join us there. And also, please join us down on the Discord because we do some bracket bitches. We've got the college football playoff going on right now. We got about 13 people in that. Get ready to watch me on that show. Bitch about losing to Tvshka.
Yeah,
congratulations.
I'm going to bitch about losing too because Tennessee did not help me out at all.
But yeah, if anything, join us on the Discord. Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Awesome. You can join us down there. Join us on the fun stuff there. But Tvshka, that's all I got.
Yeah, and also to Ryan Moss in the chat, apologies that the link is not working. We are going to be trying to figure out how to do that because the Discord link that it's given me apparently is not working either. So, but go to Discord. Just look up Ruckus Entertainment and Variety. We will be there. Or actually, I think it's called the Dick's Cord. Or you can find me at Tvshka Gamer. That's TVSHKAGAMER. I will put that in the chats. I'll also put it in the description. We will try to find a way to make that work. So thank you so much for letting us know that it is broken. Because if without your response, we do not know.
Story of our lives. A little bit of broken, but we're still here.
Yeah, there we go. And yeah, Soul is definitely in the chats helping. So after a certain amount. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Soul. Give me a little clarity on that issue. But dude, yeah, definitely, Ryan. We want you in the chat, man, because you've been awesome in the YouTube
you've been awesome
chats.
all year.
And you guys have been awesome tonight, dude. Holy shit! Merry Christmas in Choctaw, Nituk Halichito Nyayukpa. But also, man, just fucking have a good time. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna be back Monday night before New Year's. We'll have to figure that out as far as what that's gonna happen. That's on the 30th. We should be here. But yeah, definitely be following us on all the social media channels. Ruckus Entertainment Variety everywhere. It's Ruckus EV. And if you are feeling generous, definitely give to us on Streamlabs or PayPal. If you're in the league, pay your fucking dues, you punks. I'm sorry, these new tabs are throwing me off because I'm trying to click through and find some stuff. Here we go. We've got some Christmas music, baby. Oh my God! Merry Christmas. Absolutely incredible to spend some time with you. Josh, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for taking time away from your family. Go fix all the Bluetooth items and log into all the apps for all your family's smart TVs because that's exactly what they're asking of you. And you all have a very blessed Christmas week. And we'll see you the next one, y'all. Like it. That's 20. That's 26. 27. 27 burps.
I'll be right back.
Ah, 27 and a half.